Welcome guys, this is my first recorded video that I've done a bit of editing for, and I'm doing a run through my BMW M8 race that I did a couple of weeks ago now. It's the first chance I've actually got to put something together. So what I wanted to do is just go through this race. As I said, it's the BMW M8 Fixed Series. It's at Silverstone. The purpose of this video, just a bit of fun, something different from my normal streams, just to give us an insight into how I get on with our races. So we managed to qualify first. We did a 158.8, and then the guys behind sort of 159s or so from that perspective. Really good fun race. I never liked the BMW M8 before, but now absolutely addicted to it, especially after we just completed the Daytona 24 hours. So just gave a little bit of a groove before start of the race. Need to get this microphone swinging sorted. Right, and then we're off. So we managed to get a really good start, actually. You know, the whole race I actually led from the front, which was absolutely brilliant. I really enjoyed it. It's the first time I've ever kind of qualified first, finished first, no problems. Few instances with the guy behind me. We managed to really pull away though from the pack. But you know, I was a B class rating with a 1.2 iRating, and the rest were kind of D's and C's. So we had a bit of an advantage. But still, really enjoyed it. So let's just dive into the cockpit. Not too sure where we are at the moment. Okay, we're going through Brooklands into Luffield and then on to Woodcote. So already we've got about half a second, so 5/10 off the guy behind us, Oliver Thornwell. Caused me a few problems in the race. It was a bit annoying. I likes to get on the flashy. I think I can show you that quickly actually if I get on the rear chase. But this guy constantly flashing me throughout the entire race, was relentless. Didn't put me off. Obviously could see it in my mirrors and didn't give a shit, but just carried on. But I did have a bit of a chirps at him at the end of the race. Oh look, you can see he got wide there. Jesus, managed to hold that very well. So that's where he lost another 2/10. We managed to pull away. You can see the guys behind us in third and fourth. They kind of really started falling behind. I think after the first or second lap. On the old chopper. Just wondering if I can. Oh, let's get rid of that. Zoom out a bit. No, it's not going to let me. So now starting the race into Abbey, first corner, touching the inside, rolling all the way out, keep going. Let's just get back in the cockpit. Now a lot of the time I was being quite defensive because obviously there's only 5/10 behind me, so I was sticking right to the inside of the corners, touching the curbs on the way through. Down through Arena. Now we're heading all the way down to Brooklyn Stadium. Braking heavily before the 50 board, into second. Around Luffield. Rolling all the way out. This is a monumentally brilliant track. I really do enjoy it. And the M8 is fantastic. Even though it's a fixed setup race, you can still have a lot of fun in it. Lifting off and then running up through Woodcote. Cops even, sorry. And then into Maggots and Beckett's, just lifting off, changing down into fourth, and then braking. Now when I first started iRacing, I always used to dive straight into Beckett's, but now I've learned you've got to really try and keep as much over the Maggots as you can, and then really fling it around into Beckett's. That's where you get a good entry point, because you see a lot of people just kind of go straight through it, and then have a bit of a problem. Now I'm no expert in driving, you know, I'm just giving you my insight, you know, as to what I feel and how I kind of enjoy. Oh, why am I doing it through here? I've got this new app. Fantastic little lap. So I've got caps up the top with a track map as well, and then I've got this new app called, what's it called? ATVO. If you ever want to do any camera work, you can do it without having to worry about, you know, filming your replays and having to keep pressing cameras and all that kind of stuff. Bit of a pain. Sorry, that's my mad wife in the background. So we're on lap 3 now. You see, prime example of the flashing. So this guy, non-stop. So we're going all the way down the Hanger Straight at the moment. He was on the flash constantly. Loves a bit of flash. So if you like these videos, guys, please make sure you subscribe. Click on the button up there. Oh look, there's my wife behind me interrupting me whilst I'm making a video. Yes, love? Pardon? No, I don't want any lasagna. Keeping me fed during the day. Great stuff. So again, as you can see, we dominating the rest of the field now. Now it's really, you're under so much pressure when you got first and second or a guy with you the whole race, and this guy was relentless. So fair play to him. He was with me. Neither of us made any serious mistakes. It was very, very close. Oh look, he's getting up the outside. See, and that's where I was trying to stay on the inside to close the door, make sure he didn't come through. Really get a good sense of how close we were getting. I bet he gets on the flash now. Coming through Abbey and Farm. Again, so I'm breaking the middle of the track. See, he was getting the outside line and then turning in. Missing the apex though. Got a bit squiffy there. Again, I missed the apex again there. But, you know, it was a great race. And I think the zebra print helped me. The South African zebra on top of the race car. This is the actual skin that we used in the Daytona 24 Hours as well. So that was a huge amount of fun. So big shout out to the Team South Africa for that race. What else can we have a look at? Let's get back in the cockpit for a lap and see how we did. Ran into cops, running it out a little bit. You can see there's obviously a couple of guys in the pits now coming up. So again, really braking heavily and down round, getting it right round and then swinging it over, taking advantage of that apex and getting out there. A little bit squirrely. How's Oliver doing behind us? He's dropped back a bit, 7/10. Really brakes late into Stowe Corner there. Obviously trying to catch me up before we get to Vale. Again, he's just a little bit squiggly. And then back round for another lap. So lap 5, what was that? We did a 1:58.8. And Oliver 1:59, pretty much dead. Running a little bit wide there, so trying to keep the inside line. One more. Don't forget it. Make sure if you're watching this, you're subscribing. Come on, guys, please. I'm begging you, please. You get to see more things like my wife offering me lasagna during the day. Can't see my wife though. from the chopper. Chopper's too in. I need to pull it out a bit more. I don't know whether I can. No. Should have that on. Some. So as you can see, it was relentless, this race. You know, obviously very different watching it back in a replay, but there was no stopping us. We were neck and neck the whole race. There we go, flashing up again as he does, taking it wide, trying to go round. I think he took it too fast and too deep. I managed to keep the inside, push him out a little bit, and actually I think I managed to get back on the inside. Yeah, pushed him right on the inside, locked it up a little bit, but managed to keep it through club and then pull away again. So again, he made up about 4/10 just in those last few corners. So we should get on board with Oliver. Get him following me, see how close he can get. About 4/10 here. Again, I'm braking earlier. He's braking a little bit later. He got the apex, which was nice. God, he was close there. Ooh. Trail braking all the way around Luffield into Woodcote, and then heading up to Copse Corner. Probably so difficult to judge, but you know, to be right out and just dive in. You don't want to. If you lose too much speed here, look, we both were unwide there. I don't think we got any penalties though. Maybe we got some off tracks. And then into Maggots. Beckett's. If you're wondering why I keep looking over to the left, it's because I've got my track map with all the corner names on it. Because I'm useless at remembering corner names. But I'll learn them if you... That's right. Oh, we got very, very close there. We're down to 2/10 coming down into Vale. And hitting club again. I've gone defensive on the left hand side. Oh, I'll brake myself a little bit. Managed to keep it. And down onto the home straight for the final lap. See, he let off a lot more there. Going through Abbey. Farm, toe in all the way. Again, a little bit of outbraking myself there. Let's go back to the far chase. Quite a good one to watch. So 3/10 I've got on him on the last lap. White flags being raised. Difficult rolling it out. Now heading into Copse Corner, coming up next corner. He got quite a bit of a catch up on me there, going to 10th. We'll see who pulls away into Maggots and Beckett's. Both taking really similar lines. I took more of the apex through Beckett's and then down through Chapel. Yeah, I pulled away like 7/10 there, so we got an extra 3/10 on him. I bet he was on a flash all the way through here. Down into Vale. It really broke late there, just see if we can get me in the last bit. Driving around club. Yep, there we go, flashing. You're not going to get me. And that was it. So that was the highlight of my M8 race. So hopefully if you want to see more races like this, you'll subscribe to the channel. And I'll try and do some more later on. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and make sure you like and subscribe. See you soon.